But that's when I said, that's not a horse, that's my father. Thank you, that's my time. Thanks, everybody.
Give it up for Xander, the last ladyboy comic standing.
Welcome to Toad House, a podcast about nothing and everything. Speaking of our grocery store, anthology, I finally got caught the other day.
Oh, man.
With my slick self-checkout techniques.
Where at?
Walmart. I might have to bleep that out, huh? No, okay, so I always go, and I don't like going out in public or to the store. So when I go, like, I do everything. I get everything at once. Like, I'll wait until I need everything. And so I'm going, I'm getting, like, food for the house, food for the cats. And then I always go and look at, like, the electronics and the car stuff, and just to see, what there is. And so, like, I'm scanning a bunch of stuff, and I happen to get, like,
You ever walk to the toy section?
Oh, all the time. It's the first place I go direct.
Me too. I don't know why.
No, I mean, sometimes they have cool stuff. Like, they have the newest My Little Pony and Barbie line. Killer. Gotta have it.
Yeah, it's so funny. I don't know. I mean, like, when Noah was little, for sure, that was our first. But I think I was even doing that before him. And now that, he's already grown, or...
Even he's like, Dad, really? We're going to the toy section?
I don't think he minds, but yeah, we always... That's the first thing we do. Go to the toy section.
No, honestly, the first thing I do is I go to the electronics section. but when I do that, the first section I go to is where they have the toys. Because they have a little section where they have, like, collectibles and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the first... I always go there. Then I'll look through there, and then I go to the toys. Then I go to the books. And then I actually start fucking shopping.
They have books at Walmart? Damn, where's that?
Yeah, they have a section where they have, like, magazines and books. And I always go because as of relatively recently, they started selling manga. So I always go and check for the newest ones, and I'll buy them or steal them.
Okay, and sometimes they'll even have, like, the Pokemon cards and, right, with the books.
I think so. Or I think they have those, like, in the front. They have, like, another section where they have all, like, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon, the football and baseball cards, all those.
Okay, and then the books somewhere else.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the
I don't remember seeing books.
They have, like, it's wherever they have the magazines, and then they have books.
Yeah, see, I don't remember magazines. I was even thinking that the other day. Like, are magazines still a thing?
Yeah, because I used to go to Walgreens to get magazines. Like, I used to get skateboarding magazines.
When was this?
Oh, man, I must have been, like, in middle school.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, now, are magazines still a thing?
So, now at Walgreens, they're not there, but at Walmart, they still have them still.
Okay, so Walgreens stopped selling them.
Yeah, at least the one by my house did. They don't.
Even, like, I remember Barnes & Noble's had a giant section.
Oh, they still have it.
But it's not as giant. Remember, it used to be huge.
Oh, okay, yeah, not as... Yeah, right.
Do you remember how big it used to be, or no? It was, like, huge.
It was definitely bigger when I was younger.
Yeah, like, huge, and now it's just, like, a little...
Like, two little fucking shelves. And
2 little shelves. I can see you still have to buy your comic books and your manga. But as far as, like, other magazines, I would think that's kind of obsolete now, with the internet.
It's going the way of radio and TV. Yeah, right. Newspapers. Yeah, so I always go through there, and I was scanning all my stuff, and I happened to have like a surge protector, like those big outlets, and then. But it was like a fancy, sleek gaming one, and you plug it in, and it has like a hook to put it on your desk, and it has like LEDs that change color. So I was like, oh, that'd be cool on my desk.
But I'm not paying for that.
I'm not paying $26.99 for this. So I go, and I don't scan it. I scan everything.
Oh, you just didn't scan it?
I just didn't scan it. So like what I do, my trick, I don't know if I've said this before, but my trick is I'll scan everything in my cart first, and then I'll bag everything up. So I make it look like I scanned everything. And so then I just grab random stacks, like handfuls of shit, and put it in the bag. So you don't know what I'm scanning, what I'm grabbing.
Oh, man, I would say that would cause more attention.
Yeah, like automatically they're like, what the fuck's that guy doing?
Yeah, why is he look so different? Yeah, like
I think it would look weird if like I scan something, put it in the bag, scan something, put it in the bag, and then grab this one and just immediately put it in the bag. I feel like that would be real obvious.
I'm saying you've got to make the sound with it. You got to make that sound.
Boop.
Yeah, exactly. That's the hack right there. You make the sound.
Or just record that sound on my phone and play it like right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, it's next level. I'm gonna have to try that next time if I got caught. But yeah, so I do everything and everything's fine and I'm paying and I finish paying. And as soon as I'm like about to start, I'm putting the other bags in the car and I'm about to start walking. There was nobody there. Out of nowhere, some what do you call him?
I don't know. Is he like undercover, like some guy with a mustache and glasses in the back,
and like a fisherman's hat? No, it was like the front people, like the greeters.
Oh,
She comes up. Of course, it's a she. She comes up and she's like, "Excuse me, sir. How many items do you have?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I didn't count the items."
you didn't start running? I would have just started running.
She just hit her and ran over with the cart. I'm running towards like in the parking lot with my car, and she's on the front of my car. Sir, stop! Just running as fast as I can. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, oh, can I see your receipts? Because I think one of them didn't scan properly.
Oh,
and I knew it. Like I knew that she knew. And so I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like I tripped me. I was gonna be like, what the fuck? So she looked, and then she starts looking through my bags, and I'm like,
She knew what it was, you think?
no, but she knew. I don't know. She probably did, because she was looking around.
Did
And
she have
was
an
like,
earpiece? Do you know if somebody like talking to
I
her?
didn't see one. Right, it's that guy right there.
You didn't pay for
It's
that.
that guy right there in the pink, the pink skirt. Let's get him. No, so and she's looking at it, and she's like, oh, I think it was this, and sure enough, it was a fucking thing. Like she caught me. And I was like, oh, it's weird. I guess I didn't catch it when.
You said it with a straight face.
Yeah, I tried to play it off all cool, and then she's like, "Oh, did you want it?" Right?
You want it, huh, motherfucker?
Right?
You want it now that
bitch. Like,
now that you've got to pay for it, you still want it?
and I was like, "Yeah, for sure, of course." And then I scanned it and paid for it. I looked directly at the camera right there, like. And then I'm leaving, and then just to rub salt into the wound, the other greeter at the door I leave in is like, "Can I see your receipt, sir?"
We heard about you
There's there's probably a big picture of me in the break room.
that quick.
Like multiple there's like multiple pictures from multiple circumstances of me in the big break room, like the Bigfoot picture where I'm like that, blurry.
And they're all, that lady's getting an award, and they're all cheering her on for busting you.
He finally got the Walmart Wrangler. We've been looking for him for months.
Have you seen his partner and some bald guy?
With the giant brisket in his cart.
Okay. What's the most expensive thing?
Maybe like $30.
I think I got like a $45 brisket one time.
Yeah, oh man, I left. You know, if you get caught, like whatever. Like, you know.
No, that's why the first thing I do is I eat the receipt.
So can I see your receipt? Oh, I already ate
Like
it.
that. I already ate it. I was hungry.
You don't eat your receipts? Fuck. Oh, that's why like you. Oh, I guess you can't do that. So sometimes I used to pay. This is my old trick, but it's gotten riskier. You go and pay in a weird spot. Like sometimes you could pay in the electronics section, or you could pay like in the garden section.
Yeah, I like the garden section because there's no line.
But they don't always have the people there. So let's say sometimes you go all the way over
Yeah,
there.
if the people aren't there, I think you could just walk out.
Oh yeah, so I would pay there, and then I would go back into the store, like if I was shopping again. But I have my receipt in my bags, and that's when I would start stealing shit and putting it in my bags.
Oh, that's risky.
And then I would go out, and then if they'd be like, "Oh, do you have your receipt?" "Oh, you know what? No, I paid in the garden section, but I'm coming this because my car's over here. What are they gonna do? Oh, let's go back and like so that used to work, but then it got riskier, so I started
Oh, that's risky.
With the new
oh
technique.
man, but I see what you're saying. Like,
because then you have you can use that to be like, no, I don't have my receipt anymore. Like I don't keep them. I threw it away. I didn't want it.
and if you want to check, you have to walk 2 miles down to the garden section.
And look through one of many trash cans that are there. Yeah, I left sad. Not sad because I had to pay. Whatever, I'll pay it. I didn't really care. I just do it just for like the sexual thrill. But
You go inside the car and masturbate.
oh, the release.
Damn, $26. That would have been a good release, huh?
Oh man, right? Yeah. But no, I left sad Yeah, like not because I had to pay, but I just felt like I was defeated.
Oh, defeated. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That girl was marching.
She whooped my ass that day. Like,
she didn't kick you in the ass on the way out?
Might as well have. I still kind of feel it.
Next time you walk in and she sees you, she'll make you flinch. I remember you, lady boy.
Or I walk in and she's near the wall with like 1 foot on the wall, that cool gangster lean on the wall, and then just gives me a
with like an X right there or a little line where she
teardrop for. They gave her the teardrop for catching the fucking Walmart Wrangler. Yeah, so that sucked.
Yeah, sometimes I'll go to the garden section. If nobody's there, I'll pretend I'm looking for them and I'll kind of walk in the
Like,
parking lot. And I'll be in the parking lot, and if somebody tells me, like, "Hey, sir, did you pay for that?" I'll be like, "No, I'm looking for help."
I was looking for one of you guys. Now, what I've noticed now is that in the entrance from like the garden to the parking lot, they have a person, like a greeter, with like a little radio and stuff. So I think they caught on to us. They watched Toad House, I guess.
Yeah, usually there's somebody there. Yeah, you can't walk out,
But they didn't used to have someone there, right? I remember no one being there.
I always remember somebody being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember somebody being there. But yeah, I kind of got myself in a pickle too.
Really? Oh man, what did you do?
Well, I needed a lot of brushes for a mural I'm doing, and I went to the Home Depot, and they sell quick throwaway brushes for like $2, $3, depending on the size, and then they have some other ones that are like $15 that are way softer. But I'm painting on cinder blocks, so I'm thinking it's going to shred up these brushes. So I was just buying all the cheap ones, but then I said, I do want one of the nice ones just to see what the difference is. And so I put it all in the box or in my cart. And then when I was checking out, I just shot, because I'm getting them by a handful and I'm just kind of throwing them in. And then I picked up 2, and it was one of the cheap ones and the expensive one. And I shot the cheap one twice.
Nice.
Threw it in.
Damn, so you didn't even have to fake the boop.
No, I didn't have to fake it. I did a real one.
Nice.
And then, I even bought some rollers and the little roller, the foam. And then after I painted the wall, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't use. Like I didn't need the rollers and a couple of other things. So today I was buying more stuff. So I wanted to return what I didn't use. And I wanted to return that brush. I don't know, for some reason I didn't realize I didn't use it. So I'm like, I'll return it, not realizing I never scanned it. So when I'm returning it, it's not on the receipt.
Okay, so it's like an official return.
It's an official return. Yeah, not that I was trying to get the $15. I just totally forgot. I never.
She was like, I might as well just return this stuff.
Yeah, because it was there. And then she's like, sure, it's not on your receipt. And I had 2 receipts because I went like Friday and Saturday or Saturday and Sunday. So I'm like, it's probably on the other receipt. And she looked and it wasn't there. And then she's like, we could run your credit card. And then we ran their credit card. And she's like, no, it didn't pop up either.
Oh.
So then I realized like,
yeah. You
yeah.
couldn't even pull out like it must have been on the 3rd receipt.
that I ate.
That I ate. You couldn't even do that because they checked it on the card. Fuck.
And then grab it and run out real quick. I'm like, I don't know that guy with the long hair at Walmart.
I had nothing to do with that guy.
But then she just saw all the brushes I bought, and she thought like, our checkout person must have scanned the wrong one. And I'm like, yeah, fucking bitch.
Someone got fired that day.
Right, trying to make me look like I stole it. She's like, sir, nobody accused you of anything.
No, I could see it in your eyes. I like to press charges.
I don't know what kind of shady shit you got going on here, but just give me my stuff back. I'm out of here. Oh, but you see all kinds of shady shit there in the return department.
Oh, for sure.
People are trying to return. There's a guy in front of me trying to return a battery that they said they don't even carry that brand there, and he's trying to get store credit.
They don't even carry that here. Right? So this is Sprout. This is a Sprouts brand. Like, what do you mean?
Sir, I swear we don't sell brisket at the Home Depot.
Oh, and that's when I found out I couldn't return those briskets to another store. Can I just get like store credit or something? Fuck. Yeah, you see all types of shady shit at those. Even like people. I used to work at a Walmart when I was younger. And yeah, I worked in the electronics, and yeah, there was shady shit going on all the time. And there was one specific one where, like, they have all the video games on the consoles behind, like, the sliding doors or whatever the fuck. And the consoles were at the bottom, and so there's, like, a console there, and then, like, a price tag, and another one in the price tag. But, you know, as you're working and you're moving stuff gets moved, and the price tags move around. It's like a little paper. And so there was two next to each other, and the price tags were also kind of like next to each other, but a little bit offset, And so this girl was saying, "Oh, I want this item for like the price tag next to it," and we're like, "Yeah, that's a price tag for something else." It's like, "No, what's right there under it?" Like in bullshit.
You gotta honor your fucking.
But yeah, and I was like, "No, that's you could see it says on the price tag the item." And
yeah, it says on the
Yeah, so she fucking, I want to see your manager, made a big old fucking deal, big stink. So I'm like, oh, can we call the manager? And yeah, the manager sided with her.
With her?
Yeah. So we sold her like a PS4 for like $140 when it had just came out, like something like that. And yeah, I remember being like, not that I care, it's not my fucking company, but I just remember, yeah, I felt defeated.
You didn't tell the manager, well, get me one too.
Right, motherfucker? Like,
well, I'm buying one. Yeah,
I would have bought at that price too. I want one right now. Like,
yeah.
No, we weren't allowed to purchase stuff when we're clocked in. Until they catch you. But yeah, so they sided with her, and she went away all happy, like.
Oh, she knew what she was doing.
So that's when I started stealing it. Oh, you're gonna give it to her? Oh, well, you're gonna make it up twice full to me.
Oh no, I thought your State of the Union went really well. Yeah, I don't think that was him. He's been here the whole time. Yeah, I don't think Toad was flying over U.S. airspace.
I swear it wasn't me.
All right, thanks, Joe.
It was you, wasn't it?
No.
Don't lie. This is the last time we cover for you, I swear to God.
I only did it once.
Yeah, whatever. If it wasn't him the last couple of times, then what do you think that would be?
I don't know. They said there's things flying over. I read in the last 3 days there's been 4 things flying.
Yeah, so what?
4 unidentified objects.
And they weren't all shot down? It was just some of them? Because I heard something about one of them being shot down, or the balloon, but...
Okay, well, not that I've read too much about it, but 2 were shot down. One was shot down 9 days ago, and that one was supposedly... Is it supposedly or supposably? It's with a D, right?
Supposedly sounds better.
Supposedly. No, it was a Chinese air balloon. That was 9 days ago.
Okay.
And then there's been a couple more in the last 3 days.
And one of those was shot down?
Yeah, over Lake Huron.
Okay.
Huron.
Like the Great Lakes up there. Okay.
That they said it appeared Saturday on radar over Montana. It disappeared, so they thought it was just like a glitch or whatever, and then it appeared again Sunday. So
Damn.
I guess they sent jets to.
So I guess you're thinking it's like the same object or same whatever it could be.
I guess they are, right?
And they said they shot it down over the lake.
Yeah, that they shot it over the lake.
Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I read that the U.S. went and like found the shot down remains of that Chinese balloon. So,
yeah,
like,
that they're finding electronic parts or something.
I saw a picture where like they were pulling like the actual like the balloon part, like the silver. It was like silver.
It looked all fake.
It was photoshopped. It was on the moon for some reason. So like, I wonder if whatever this thing is, if they shot it down, this should be there, right? They should be able to find it.
They should be able to find it,
Find
but
the
they're
little
not.
green men that are in the fucking.
Because yeah, they're saying it's not alien, which means it probably is alien.
Which can only mean one thing.
No, yeah, I don't know what to think about all that, or how can something get in U.S. airspace that deep, like towards like I would think once you're miles off the coast anywhere,
or even before that, right? I'm sure like there's
even
amount
before
of,
that,
like, of the water that's American, right? Like a couple of miles or something. So I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
Because as soon as you jump in the water, you're not in international waters. You're still in the U.S. I think there's like a certain amount off the coast of each country that's still considered their territory. I'm almost certain I've read that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds likely, because it's not like anybody can just pull up to your shore like.
Yeah, just be like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
But yeah, you would think anything, and even if it's coming from Mexico or Canada, you would see that too, right? Like you wouldn't be allowed, or yeah, that would be in their airspace. So yeah, how did something get so deep into Montana without setting off radar or?
Unless it came directly from the top.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, can they fly so high and then just kind of come down?
Unless it's aliens and they came straight from like Alpha Centauri, just straight down, and they just happened to be in Montana by the time they landed.
Yeah, that sounds like that would work, right? Or no?
I'm guessing so. I'm sure there's a limit to what they can detect, right? Like height wise.
Yeah, I'd ask Toad, but he took off like a bitch. Right. But yeah, I wonder what the.
That's how the sound of that toaster was back there. Put toast. Yeah, that's weird. So you think it's we talked about it before. Like, I don't really believe that aliens are here or have been here or anything, but
yeah, and I really don't believe it's. I mean, I don't believe there's aliens in UFOs and traveling like that way.
all dumb too. Like they get detected by Montana. I was thinking, so I'm thinking that if it is some type of unidentified craft and it's probably from like another country, right? Like maybe they're doing like the China spy balloon, or they're testing. I'm sure it's got to be another country, which I think would be even scarier because it's like.
Oh, I would think that's. Well, no, I mean they're both scary. I think an alien would be. If they said that was an alien or UFO, that'd be pretty scary too. But yeah, they're both bad news, right?
Yeah, because what if the aliens just come in here and you took a wrong turn at Saturn, and then, but like if it's another country, like it's got to be for like nefarious reasons, right? Like why else would another country be?
Yeah.
Aircraft over another country,
with that much confidence.
Yeah,
because I think that's an act of
war or something.
Right.
That's pretty. Yeah,
ballsy.
pretty,
yeah. Like you have to back that up.
So that makes you think like, oh man, like for sure, if it's another country, I feel like it's bad. But maybe if it's an alien, he's just, like I said, he got too high off alien weed and took.
But then I don't think you're gonna shoot down an alien.
They'll be too crafty.
I mean, man, if you can travel the distance of space and you can do all that, there's no way you're getting.
Yeah, right. We got the better of them. Like really, like.
Yeah, you're not getting shot down.
And they're being detected. Like what? Like they couldn't outrun. Like if they traveled light years, they couldn't outrun the fire power of a.
Yeah. Right. That doesn't make sense.
Or maybe we just it was an alien and we shot him down, and now they want fucking revenge. Like they took that as like an act of war.
Oh man! Right, they came down with they were going to return the Diet Coke
as an offering of peace among worlds.
Or they just found out how to make it even better, and they brought it like, hey, we changed your Diet Coke formula.
They wanted to share like their grand discovery with us, and we shot them down. Damn, now we're fucked.
They're going to teach us how to turn Diet Coke into fuel. Right? They find the remains, and there's just like a lot of Diet Coke in the water for some reason, like everywhere. And some like crazy little box that turns into
Fuck. They find the black box recording, and it's just scent of a woman. I'm like, what the fuck?
Shout out to Willie. Fuck. I mean, you think the U.S. does that kind of stuff? Like they have stuff flying all over other people's countries?
Yeah.
Well, they have military
100%.
Well, they have military bases everywhere.
Yeah, 100%.
So right in your face, like we're not gonna hide it. We're just putting military bases.
Like I remember, do you remember those fucking? When I was little, they were like I think when I was little, they were like the new crazy technology, and it's like I think the U.S. ones. They have like those stealth bombers, and they're like black, and they look all angular and weird.
Yeah, if you
And
looked
they
at the side profile, it looked just like a falcon.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
and
cool.
so they say like those were at the time were really hard to detect, and they were almost like invisible over shit. So I'm sure by now they have other shit.
Yeah, I think by the time we saw the stealth bomber, it was already old news.
Yeah, exactly right. That's why we heard about it, because finally someone was like, "Yeah, you could tell them." Fucking.
Yeah, this thing's old.
I remember seeing something where some material where like the light bounces off it in such a weird way that like you could like the light bouncing towards you is the light coming from behind it, so you can see behind it. So it looks like it's invisible.
Yeah, like the Predator.
Yeah, like some kind of cloaking device.
Yeah, I always thought there's no way you can do that. And then I remember somebody made a suit with a bunch of mirrors and cameras, and all the cameras on the back are reflecting.
Yeah.
So yeah, the opposite. And they showed a guy wearing it, and oh yeah, it looked just like the Predator. Like you're not gonna see him in.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, it's like basically like that, but like the exact same concept. But I guess like maybe they make some advanced material that could do that without having to do it electronically.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, with that would make sense too. Like you had screens and then cameras, and yeah, you showed what was back here. Yeah, you're just seeing right through them, basically.
Yeah, and I saw this. Damn, I probably saw
you
that.
didn't see this?
I didn't see it. I try to see it. No, yeah, like maybe 10 years ago, maybe longer.
Damn, so that means it came out 40 years ago.
Right.
Now it's already old. And
By the time, yeah, and that's another thing people say, when things hit the movies, they're already invented. But I don't know about that.
What do you mean when they hit them? Like the theaters?
Like when that came out in Predator, they got that that technology was already
They were inspired by something
by a man-made technology, or I've heard other people say that. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm sure that can go both ways.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I wonder if there's like, if they have invisible fucking drones and aircraft and maybe even like soldiers.
Oh,
like,
and for an aircraft, it would be so much easier because it's almost like a killer whale, or the way most fish are, how they're darker on the top. So when something's seen them from the top, they're dark and they blend into the dark of the sea.
From the bottom, it's light, so they see like the
sun and the light. So you see the
Nice.
light of the. So I'm sure some kind of airplane that just had some kind of, almost like a reflective screen or something with a camera, or even just like really bright. But yeah, an aircraft with that technology, I mean, you would hear it, and your radar might pick it up. Because
I wonder how the radar picks it up. Do they send? I don't know how that works. Do they send? Does it work like a radar? Like they send like waves and like they get the interference of the waves, and that's how they do it, or?
I believe so, and I think that's why the stealth bomber was because it flew. I don't know if it was the shape or how low or how high it flew, that radars didn't pick it up.
Oh, that's interesting.
Have you ever seen? There's a video on YouTube, and it's. I don't know what war it is, but it's in the Middle East. And it shows like a group of soldiers like on a tank or something, and they're in the middle of a war, and I guess they're all running back, and they all load the van or their tank or their Jeep or whatever they're in, and they're ready to leave, but they're still there and they're waiting for somebody. And you don't see, but I mean, you can kind of see a guy kind of running, and he's invisible, and as he gets closer, he's turning off his cloaking device, so you see the guy appear.
No.
And he jumps on, and then they leave. Yeah, that's kind of...
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, man, I'll look for it.
See, it's out. It's fucking out.
Yeah, this was a while back, too.
No, I've never. That's crazy.
Oh, it's really crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if like militaries have crazy stuff that we've never seen. Because
and like you said, the concept's simple. But you just have to make these batteries and or the camera and the screens just have to be small and
Flexible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's almost like I think. I was watching it with Alex. Those like in Japan, a lot of those Asian countries, like they have like on their skyscrapers and buildings, they'll have like a corner that's all screens.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So it looks like shit's coming out of it. Like it really does look like it's coming out. Like it, because even like the bezels of the screens are
make it
screens
seem,
themselves.
Yeah, so they make some of the screen look like the building.
Yeah.
So then the dragon like comes out over that.
Yeah,
but
so
he's
it looks
still,
like
yeah,
it looks like he comes out of the screen and grabs the building.
Yeah, but he's still in the screen.
Oh man, those are insane. So yeah, I'm sure like it's something like similar, like that's some flexible type of screen that can project.
Well, that one's not flexible, right? Because it's just on the.
Yeah, but I guess just like the shape of it is like, that's what made me think of it. But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I would think like tiny ones that would give you that ability to bend. But that would be, I don't know if it would be like one camera or just a couple cameras on you.
Or every screen has a camera that corresponds to the one behind it. Like, cause
and that's a lot
it'd
of
have to
cameras.
be from like every angle that you could see all around.
It probably just has to be general. Like, I'm sure. Because, yeah, the guy's still fuzzy as he's running, but I'm saying in the heat of battle and all that, it's probably enough so that you don't, if he's not moving, you don't see him. Like the Predator, you can kind of see him, but you can't. And I can see where.
Yeah, like you could see through him, but you can kind of see like the disturbance of the light as he's moving. And
but you're not going to find him like as you're, walking through that jungle with all that busy.
Yeah, right. I wonder who came up with that, like, not being invisible, but being, like, that weird translucent that you can kind of see it still.
Like, he is there, but he's lights passing through him, or the cloaking device, right? All right, so if you were on an adventure and you found yourself a cloak of invisibility, what would you do for a day?
I'd probably go to, like, my nearest girls' locker room. No, I'd probably
college locker room.
I didn't say it. I didn't say anything. But yeah, so once I leave the elementary school, I go. No, I don't know what I would do. Because you can't steal stuff, right? Because that's the old. Oh, you're gonna see a floating TV down the road. Like, you can't.
You could if you just move it very slowly, like.
Okay, no. You could, but you have to put whatever you're stealing in your ass. So now you can't see it. You can't carry it.
Right? It would turn invisible.
No, I'd probably come to the shop, fuck with you guys. Like, you're tattooing, and then I'm right there next to you making noises like shh. What was that? Renee.
Oh man, you'd probably show up and it'd be a party, and you'd be like, what the fuck's going on here? And then as the day progressed, you'd realize that we party on your day off because we're so happy you're not here.
You just lock up.
Oh yeah, when you're not here, it's pizza, music, all the friends come, CeeLo, poker. We're all talking shit on you.
Thank God that guy's not fucking here. Fuck Xander. It's always a great day when he's not here.
People fucking with your station.
You just hear the faint sounds of me crying in the front. What is that?
Sounds like Xander.
I don't see him, but I hear him. Is that it? Is he here?
Puddles of tears everywhere.
Right, why is it wet? Just drops of water just forming in midair. What the fuck?
Oh, that'd be funny. A joke would be on you. Last time I turned invisible and come to work with you assholes.
You just see like a floating shape of like dripping mascara.
Right, your mascara would drip.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that was the best when you were little kids and you know everybody'd be dirty. from recess or whatever, and then when somebody at school would cry, they'd have those marks of like,
like a light. where their tears are washing away all the dirt and shit. Oh.
And they'd have to be all day at school. You'd walk in and like, were you crying earlier? Like, no. It's like, well, yeah, you got the clean tear marks. Oh, that's funny.
Man, I remember like being young, like elementary, and then you have like a crush on this girl or whatever, right? And then one day,
or toaster,
you like the slots and the way they look. And so one day the girl you like, she's running in PE, and she trips and falls on the blacktop, and then she's crying, but she's making like the ugly cry face, and suddenly you're like, I don't think I have a crush on you anymore. That happened to me once.
As opposed to like a pretty cry.
Yeah, right. Like even when she cries, she's still hot. Versus now, all I look up on Pornhub is crying women. So it's gone full circle.
Right.
Or 180, I guess. Or even when like your cousin's crying, and all the mochos are starting to come down, and he just has fucking boogers going down his mouth, and you could see them like going into his mouth, and he's just like.
I always like before they cry the lip shake. Right, you're like, you wanna cry? Like, no. The lips fucking shaking uncontrollably.
And the more they're like, you're gonna cry, I made you cry more.
Yeah, somebody's lip shaking. They might cry, they might not, but you can definitely egg it on. Huh?
It's coming, like it's right there.
Why are you crying? Why do you gotta be such a bitch?
Crying when you see like the little snot bubble.
Yeah, the lip shake, the snot bubble, I
remember seeing like little kids, like they'll have that cry. Let's say like a little kid's trying to walk and he falls, and he starts like the crying, and then he does like the silent ah. And you don't know if he's fucking breathing or not. Like, like, oh, that's weird. Like a.
Or how about like, you're somewhere playing with your little cousin, and you're like, hey, here, why don't you eat this? And you give him like a jalapeno or something. Right? And then they get it, they eat it, and then they start doing that, and you have to shut them up because you're...
Yeah, oh, man, right? Shut up.
Here's $1. Shut up.
Why don't you play first on Mortal Kombat?
You gotta go play Mortal Kombat, and they're like...
Oh,
at
man.
that exact moment where nothing's coming out, but they're definitely crying.
And you already know that once they start, like your mom, what happened? To get a paddling, like... Oh man, I have been with my cousins. Like we would make my little cousin cry. And we'd be like, "Oh no, shh. We'll give you this." And it always worked too for some reason. Like he was about to cry, but then he'd be like, oh, "Okay, we could play it. Yeah, we'll give you this. Yeah, okay."
But not right now. And they start crying. Yeah, sometimes it'll work. Sometimes it wouldn't.
Oh man, what happened? But then your cousin's crying so hard that you can't even get it out. It's me. All right, let's go. Yes. Fucking
he
idiot.
wanted to jump off the roof, and I told him he couldn't.
Yeah, you beat him to it. What were you doing? He spanks him. And he's crying more.
He was cussing up a storm, and I told him,
You can't be talking like that.
oh, was he, huh?
Fuck.
I think he said something about my mom being a bitch.
What? You don't talk about your tia like that. I remember I've seen some too where like the little kid will fall, right? And they fall and they hit themselves, and like they're in that stage where they're kind of in shock and they don't know if they're gonna start crying or not. Like they're like processing it. And you gotta quickly like neutralize it, like, oh hey, what happened?
See,
oh hey.
yeah. And I think that's what's molding them, because I've seen that where a mom will be like, oh, poor little baby got hurt, and then he'll start crying. Or the dad will be like, wow, that was a sick flip, and the way you bounced off your head was badass.
Whoa,
and you
yeah.
give him a high five.
Yeah, right. And they kind of like, And
That was cool. And they don't laugh.
Yeah, right. They just start like, oh, okay. Like, that's weird, huh?
But yeah, the mom could totally, right, like baby them into crying, huh?
No, for sure. Especially like, I think especially if everyone just goes, like the baby like it's kind of like, man, I wish you could like do that in real life with adults. Like you're
It still works on some people, right?
But I mean, like fully, like your girlfriend catches you sleeping with the neighbor, and she walks in and she's like, and in that moment you could be like, hey, you want to go? I just planned a steak dinner for us. And she'll kind of like just, oh yeah, you can just fucking lead her off.
And then the girl with you can be like, you're right, she is so pretty, right? I am. I'll let you play my Nintendo later.
You could be first. Oh, fuck.
Just got bamboozled, right?
Oh, man, that's funny. And then as you're, like, walking away with her, you turn around and you give, like, that Michael Jackson end of the video Thriller look. I remember even growing up, and there was always those kids who, like, when they would start... there was two. One, like, when they would start crying, they would start, like, balling up their fists and start getting all...
Yeah, like, they're about to fuck somebody up, huh?
Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to call your dad.
I didn't mean to call your dad a pussy.
I didn't mean to say you had two dads. I know he was a horse. I know. No, but then there was, like, I guess it's the same thing, but there was the kids who, when they would get into fights, they would cry. Right? Like, there was always, like, that one kid. And, yeah, he would fight. And, you know, it was always, like, he was a pretty tough kid, but he would cry like, every time.
You let out his inner demons, huh?
Okay.
I remember in elementary school, like, two kids would fight, and then the coaches would stop them, and then they'd sit there. And then as soon as that adrenaline dumped or something, they'd realize how hurt they were, and then they both start crying. Like,
Really?
like minutes after, then the coach would be like, no, you guys can't cry now. Like, why are you crying?
I never saw that.
Yeah,
That makes sense. I could see that. Fuck. I remember one time some kids spit on me, so I hit him, and the coach got mad at me. And I was like, he spit on me. I don't care. And I had to run laps the whole time.
Oh, man.
I was all pissed. Just laps with where my face is all dirty, the stain of white where the spit hit me. Like, just running there. It's already dried up with the wind. I have to go back to class all day with the outline of his loogie on my fucking face.
That's where the kids really start testing boundaries with each other and with
Yeah, but
teachers
that's how,
and
that's kind of how like people learn like the social rules and boundaries and stuff, because in elementary school you kind of test them and then you get a response, and that's when you learn, oh, okay, so that wasn't okay, or this was, or that.
like what you said earlier. I remember there was this kid, and he was quiet, short, fat, wore glasses. His name was Renee. Now this kid, they would always pick on him. And he would let himself. And one day we were all getting water after PE, and like one of the the tough guy kids in elementary was picking on him. And the kid wouldn't do anything, and then the guy said something about, oh, your dad's a bitch, or he said something, and that little kid started crying, and he started.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
And as he was crying, he was fucking up that kid, and he was yelling like, "You don't talk about my dad." And everybody was just shocked, like,
just
wow. He was just wailing on this, and it caught everybody by surprise. He beat up that kid, and like everybody's like, wow, like that's all you like. This kid,
damn,
like what a gentle, he lets you
gentle
do.
giant, but you crossed that boundary, and
you're in trouble.
I've seen videos like that, where like you get the kid's being bullied, and you could tell he's like he gets bullied, and there's one, I don't know if we talked about it before, that chubby kid, and it's like he's like big and tall, chubby, and the the little kid, the bully's little, and he's like pushing him and hitting him and kicking him. And finally, the fucking bully, the big kid snaps and picks him up and slams him so hard on the floor you could just see the kid limping away.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure that happens a lot. And he just finally breaks.
Right. And your mom's cooking tastes like shit.
What did you say? Oh, it's just funny though, like, you don't talk about my dad.
You can talk about me all you want, I can take it. But not my dad.
Noah doesn't do that at the gym. Like, you tapped my dad. He starts crying, but he's still like fucking the dude up.
Oh, once something happened. He said something at school happened, and they said something about me, and he
Really?
He agreed with them.
Yeah, my dad is a bitch.
No, he said he got mad.
Like, damn, like a student, like insulting him, like insulted you. Like,
Yeah, I think so. He had
Damn.
mentioned something.
You didn't go and choke the kid out afterwards. Fucked his ass.
No, I forgot the story. We should ask him.
I'm gonna bring that up next time. And he goes, and then he pulled one of those. See, I'm sorry. And then the whole rest of the day, he just had the tear marks on his face.
That dirty. And then when they called me into the office and told me what happened, I had to fake scold him.
Right? Or no, they told you that. What did this kid say about me? And they tell you the story.
What did the kids?
And then when you're walking out, you have the tear marks too.
Am I really that fat?
You guys both go. Or as they're telling you, you're like, oh yeah. And then the lips. What else did he say? Yeah. You start balling your fists.
And then the principal's like, I'll let you play Sega first. Here, why don't you guys play some Sega?
You can go first. All right.
He didn't really say that about you.
No, we're just playing. Yeah, I told you that play would work. It works for me every time. Yeah, right. All right, well, I'll talk to you later, Patrick. Cool.
Damn, he won the Super Bowl, huh?
Works every time. Let him know.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, it's funny, you know, I was at the store and everybody there's wearing jerseys, and even when it's NFL season, right?
Yeah, always, yeah, for sure.
And then I know some of those guys that wear the jerseys, I've heard them, you know, I have a couple friends like that, and I never put it together, but then they would make fun of people that dress up as Darth Vader to go watch the Star Wars premiere, or dressing up as, you know, somebody.
Nerds.
Yeah, nerds. But then, you know, I'm like, wow, this is the same thing, right? Game day comes and you put on, right?
You're basically cosplaying as the football player.
Yeah, right, as a football player.
Right? I never thought of it like that, but it kind of is like that, right?
I think it's even worse.
Right, at least my character is fucking cool. He's got
A lightsaber, right?
A lightsaber.
And he's the dark side, right?
Right, where your guy is just
Just a fucking, right?
fucking fags. Defense, yeah. Right, it's just as crazy. And you know what? At least like when Batman loses the fight, the guys don't riot in the fucking movie theater and fucking
Yeah, right.
get knocked out by
Or they're not sad all day, or
smashing their TV, right? Like the fucking dudes.
yeah, they understand. It's a movie. Yeah, right.
Like I'm into it, yeah, but like once it's like that's it. But, yeah, these
And
guys.
it's not like I'm wearing another man's name, like a real man, right?
Right, you got a real man's. Right, I'd rather have like if Superman saved me, flying through the air, I'd be okay with being like, thanks, Superman, like holding his chest. But not if it was a real man.
Right. Thanks, LeBron. As he's holding you tight, right?
As he has you with one hand and he's dribbling the ball with the other.
Thanks, Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. Fuck, that's fucking funny.
Thanks, Tom Brady. By the way, do you like the tattoo I've got of you, right? You got a Tom Brady tattoo.
I don't mind if you kiss me on the lips.
Yeah, I think that's worse.
Yeah, for sure, right? For sure. what do you think of those guys like okay, like those guys like all into the sports, but then they'll go to the game and him and his 4 buddies are all fucking shirtless and they have like a D with like a little fence and they're painted on. Dude, they have like half their face orange and the other blue or whatever.
Yeah, see, I'd rather be friends with the guys dressed as the Avengers, right? Before you got Iron Man, Captain America.
That's way cooler.
Right? Than the 4 guys dressed as the defense.
Yeah, it is kind of like what do you call it? Cosplaying, role.
Yeah, it's cosplaying. Yeah, for sure, it's cosplay. Man, these guys even take it like, I know I have a neighbor and he puts up a giant inflatable.
Like a player running or something.
Yeah, and then bottom says game day.
Game day.
Right?
Fuck yeah.
You know, he wakes up all early, 4 in the morning.
He probably gets down on the grill though.
I'm cooking, goddammit. Right?
You don't have to talk to me when I have my Brett Favre jersey on.
Yeah, totally. Or the cars, especially in this town with the Dallas Cowboys. Have you seen when people have their cars all decorated?
The little flags on top and
the flags and look at me.
When they get to their house, like over their driveway, they have a Dallas Cowboy parking only. The
address number, right, with the little Dallas Cowboy. Have you seen how they paint?
Oh man, yeah, my dad had that for a while. And it was the Cowboys one too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you make a fortune. Just have that cowboy star and like, hey, I'll paint this on your.
Right? Like I'm sure those guys do make money. Right?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Just go to every house. Hey, I'm painting teams. Like I have baseball, basketball, football. Oh yeah.
Do you have the Cowboys?
You can't be like, yeah, Spider-Man.
Yes, Spider. No, you fucking nerd.
Fucking fag. I got the Bengals though.
And it's even that mentality, right? The guy that likes football is one that makes fun of the guy that likes the superheroes or the Star Wars or the Lord of the Rings, right? Would you dress up as Lord of the Rings, as Gandalf?
You know what? I'm not Gandalf, but I have dressed up as stuff and gone to like Comic-Con. I've done that like once or twice.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right? I think that's even more fun because I think you're making the costume. Like me and Noah would go all the time, and I thought it was always fun to, make the costume and everybody's there, and that's part of it.
Yeah, it's cool. I remember one of my exes, she was like really into that stuff, and she was really good at, like, she would make it look good, and she did like the old school Harley Quinn, like in the original suit. And it looked awesome. And then so I did the Joker, and she did like a makeup, and it came out really cool. We went to Comic-Con, and yeah, people were like stopping us to take pictures. Like, so I guess she did a good job. It was cool.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I know, like every year when the San Diego Comic-Con happens, it's either I think it's the Instagram, they'll show up of all the different costumes, all the cosplay, and oh man, some really cool costumes. Some of them are even better than the characters in the movies.
Damn. Yeah, I'm sure they take their time with it. And you didn't see Rice Man?
Noah dressed up as Rice Man once.
Nice. Next time I'm going to go as Catman. The Adam West version of Catman.
Is there a Catman?
Have you seen it?
Nah.
Adam West does Catman.
Does he? Really? Oh, nice.
I'll show you a picture of him later.
Yeah, that's funny. And yeah, because yesterday, you just saw everybody in these jerseys, and I was just laughing how funny it was. That it's cosplay.
For sure.
And it's even worse because some of these people are even yelling like they're the coach, or they'll even say stuff, or they'll even say we.
Yes.
We fucking lost.
Brave does that. Like, we won yesterday. Like, you didn't fucking do anything. What are you talking about?
You never see anybody leave the Marvel. Fucking Thanos beat us, or fucking.
Right? we leave Spider-Man. We did it, guys.
Right, you're not leaving Star Wars like, fucking rebels, we fucking lost this one, right?
Yeah, when people say, or like, yeah, we are our team, or this and that, that gets on my nerves.
That gets on my nerves too. Like, do they don't understand what the word we means, or do they really think are they that Yeah, like
diluted.
you're right. Like,
Right? That's cringier than like.
oh, that's
dressing
way.
up.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you're not
way.
part of it.
Way cringier, right?
Should just hide my little charger still over here, little by little. Yeah, that is dumb.
Man, what's even funnier too is not funnier because nothing tops that. But like UFC, like I wouldn't wear. I mean, because sometimes they sell the Reebok.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. I wouldn't wear Conor McGregor like the shorts and the.
Yeah, right. Remember that one guy's all intense in the audience.
Oh, that wouldn't be you. Yeah, he's like. That wouldn't be you.
Fuck no.
I want to be that guy. it's just like, it's funny and everything. It's ridiculous, but I mean, again, I guess because it's about sports or whatever, but I've never been that intense or serious about anything in my life. Like,
I did rock the Khabib beard.
just like a circle of hair. Like, you don't have the fluffy, the Dagestani.
Well, I had it before he did. I just never wore it.
Ah,
Nah, just kidding.
I started it.
No, yeah, I wouldn't do any of that. Or like, I enjoy them, but I understand.
I've even seen some like where somebody will comment. Like, I'll look at a post about like on Instagram about like a UFC event that happened. And one of the comments, some guy says like this big long thing, and his profile picture is like a fighter like looking on the cage. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's
Okay, how about like a fan of like wrestling, like a hardcore?
the wrestling is even crazier. My uncle will give me like shirts, and he's like, yeah, like they don't fit me no more. And like a lot of them are cool, but a lot of them it's like the silhouette of the wrestler's head, and it has like their slogan, and I'm like, I'm not gonna know what it is. Like,
He's like, I noticed you haven't worn your Stone Cold. What did he put?
your Austin 316 shirt in a while. No, it's funny how I'm like, yeah, I thought of it mid sentence, and I realized I fucked myself, but I'm like, yeah, it's fucking dumb. Those guys that have a fighter as their avatar profile picture, and meanwhile mine is right now, it's like an anime character. That's why even worse.
No, see, I think that's better. I think that's...
It's not a real man.
Yeah, it's not a real man.
Or
And
a cat boy.
A real cat boy. No, I don't know. Like, I see it different. Like, it's make-believe, or... I don't know, or...
Yeah, like I said, we don't go we.
Yeah, exactly. You know the...
What about when you're watching, like, let's say you're watching Newest Avengers or whatever, right? And then, like, it's a crazy scene, and then somehow Captain America flips the thing over and he lands, and everyone in the crowd starts clapping.
Yeah, I fucking clap. Oh, man.
Yeah!
You could ask Noah. Sometimes me and him start the claps. Yeah, we start the claps.
You don't think that's, like, being, like, we? Like, if you're there, like, yeah! Good job, Captain America! Oh, fuck. And then you and Noah both leave the theater with the wet tears, the tear mark on your face.
With my shield in hand.
You're shirtless, but you have the Captain America shield painted on your chest.
Oh, but we really do that. We'll do that. Like we started
Fuck.
just to be like smart asses about it, but I mean, really, we have started.
And it does go.
And it does go. Didn't he just do it when we saw Black Panther?
Did they?
Remember Noah started it when it ended?
Oh, I didn't even pay attention. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. And everyone started?
Everybody started.
What if you just go, boo! This sucks. You think people would start, yeah, this does suck. Boo!
I'd rather be watching the Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
I'd rather be watching SmackDown right now.
The Hulkster.
Oh, shit.
I mean, he charges people up when he does all that, right? Like fucking.
Oh, for sure.
You think people are at home? and they're doing it back, or they're applauding to. Did you ever applaud to the TV?
No, but you know what? Now that we think about it, you know what I have done, and I was just kind of half being dumb and kind of half like, oh, I was doing it.
Yeah, you're doing it, and you're.
No, I've watched like UFC fights, and I'm right there with the guy, like, oh yeah, and over here, no, don't go to the left. Like,
You're jabbing, air jabbing.
yeah, I'm air jabbing. And my girl's like, what the fuck are you doing? To the left.
Hold on, we're in the middle. You don't see we're in the middle of the round.
And then the dude I'm going with gets knocked out. Even I go down. I've done that.
Oh man, that's just so funny. Cause yeah, would you rather like what is more? Yeah, what causes more emotion, like a movie or something in real life? But I guess it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Because I do remember, like, just in one of the Avenger movies, you know, Captain America was gone, like, he was hiding from the government, and he hadn't come out yet. And then one of the other Avengers who was on the good side, the opposite side of him, because they split up, he's in trouble. And then all of a sudden, Captain America appears in the subway helping him out. And when he came on, like, he even had, like, the rough beard. He was dressed in black.
And it was all quiet, and you just hear from the back row.
Oh, the crowd went crazy. Everybody started clapping to see him. And
Do you stand up?
yeah, like, they could have ended the movie there. Everybody's like, yes!
Like the tennis, like... You know what? I've never, like, been watching a movie or a show or something and gone, like I have emotion. Like, I like them a lot, but I've never been like, oh, I have a reaction. But I have had reactions to sporting events.
To more, yeah.
Like, I remember when Ben Askren got knocked out by Masvidal. I stood up and I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was a big fan of Ben Askren. And yeah, I made a big scene in the house. And
Yeah, I've seen some of my favorite fighters go down hard. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like when Anderson Silva broke his leg, or when Oliveira just lost.
No, that one sucked.
Yeah, they're tough, but I mean, I don't. 2 minutes after, it's out of my, like, I don't let things linger. Or
You didn't take off your Oliveira Reebok shirt and throw it on the ground.
No, yeah, I would never do that. But I guess when you're watching a made up movie, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Get more into it.
Yeah, maybe.
See, where I really like have those outbursts of emotion and it's insane is when I'm on Pornhub. That gets to me. Oh yeah!
He got a step, Mom. Right?
Step bro, help me out of the dryer.